Welcome everyone and welcome to today's video. We are at Phillip Island this week in Australia for the Formula 3 series. Now this race I did here is the fixed version of the F3 series and it's been a real enjoyable car to drive this week. The fixed setup sometimes is very temperamental. I think we can all agree that the one at Alton Park was horrendous. Some of them have been a real mixed bag, but it's been good to drive here this week. While I'm a tad slower, mainly due to kind of track temps being slightly hotter as well than the open setup version of the series. I've had some good racing and it's been, as I said, enjoyable to drive and manageable as well. Now this race that you're about to see was a bit of a feisty one. We started in 6th position, so right in the middle of the pack. A very treacherous place to start because a lot of incidents happen on the first couple of corners here, just due to the nature of the off camber and the draft as well. People just forget to use their brakes, which keep a hold of that, Sam, because that might be something to keep hold of and be quite relevant later on in this video. But yeah, we had some good wheel-to-wheel racing, some incidents. There was a bit of a conversation on the chat as well. As I said, it got quite feisty and I know you're going to enjoy it. So remember to hit that like and subscribe button, guys. Turn those notifications on and let's get into it.
The air temp is 26 Celsius, 6th place. Get ready, mate. Green, green, green. Car right. He's still there. Clear right, on your right. He's still there. Still there. Right side's clear. Right side. Still there. Still there. Hold your line. Still there.
The big car.
Right side's clear. Okay, let's find a good rhythm. Make some places.
Woo! He's right on me now, though.
Torpedo.
Oh, Jesus. I had to put on some opposite lock there. Woo.
P4.
It's a little bit wary at the moment. I didn't quite get on the throttle as early as I'd like to there.
Understeer so much.
After obviously what happened first lap.
The leader's just done a 124.1. The guy ahead has just posted a 124.1. The guy behind has just done a 123.9. Car left. Clear left.
Whoopsie. I completely missed the fucking braking marker.
Ridiculous. Your movement is ridiculous.
I think you can shut up, to be honest, Carlos. Because you tried to completely block me off there. So, I'd shut your mouth. Yes, I missed my braking marker, but I avoided everyone, so...
Thank you.
Yellow flag. Watch out. Looks like P5's gone off
Did
in
it
turn
replay,
10.
please? It's only your fail. Only your fail.
The leader has just done a 123.3.
Oh, Jesus. What's he done, Ben?
You're pulling away from the guy behind. The gap's now 1.0. P10.
Has he blocked you off there, Ben?
Come on, guys.
Left side. Still there. Clear left.
Unbelievable.
Looks like
Right.
P3's gone off in turn 7. You're gaining on this guy. The gap's now.
There's a
0.2.
lot of, like...
Car left.
Stop driving.
Clear left.
It's a bit of a feisty one, this. I mean, I completely missed my braking marker with when I was behind Carlos, and I'm so happy that I avoided everyone. But Carlos just
P9. Your lap time was 124.
probably tried to block me off, and that's why I missed my braking marker, really. So that's why I don't appreciate him accusing me like he did. And I've seen Carlos spin it while being on the front of the grid before as well, trying to do manual starts and crash people, so... Anyway. It's all in the past. We just concentrate on the guys in front. And once again, a bit of recovery. Try and get up as far up the grid as we can. Drover's just diving into the pits, he's got damage. I mean, there's a gang of cars up front, so we're not too far behind top 5. We know we've got the pace, so
that's your best lap in this session. The
we
guy
know
behind
it's
has
a
just
bit of a
done
feisty race.
123.4.
Anything can happen.
behind's increased to 1.4.
Track's very slippery, I must admit. Normally I don't get this much understeer in the fixed setup.
The leader has just done a 123.0. Car in front has just posted a 123.4.
We're not far off the leader's pace, so that's good. Just need to get into the guy in front's draft if I can. Unfortunately, he's right under the other guy's wing, so we're losing big time in the first sector. I'm losing a bit of time with everyone in front, really, to be honest, because they're all
Car in front
in a
lap time is
draft
123.3.
train.
We're matching race pace.
You are idiot completely.
Nice work, Robert.
Nice. Stop driving, please.
Told you, it's a feisty one. Whoa, did it not shift down in a second there? Wouldn't shift down and it's a second under braking. Not good, not helpful. These boys are close up front. I don't think this is going to end well. Oh dear, this is not going to end well. Lots of weaving, lots of
How
movement.
many reports do you want?
P8, we're 10th off in sector 1.
All
Sector 2
under
is
each other's
0.4
back wing.
off the pace.
Yeah, really.
Sector 3 is a 10th off the pace.
Fuck me regarding.
I'm
The
quite
gap behind is
surprised
now
they
about 7.
That's not cool.
didn't crash there. It's allowing us to catch up. And now we're going to be involved.
Don't be intimidated by this little shit. Make him work for it. On your right, you're in the middle, 3 wide. He's still there. Clear left. Car right. Clear all round. P6. Hit all your apexes. Wait for the chances to come, mate. That lap time was on your right. Clear right. right. Clear right.
Woo! Close. Although we've got Roberto all over us now. Well, I'm pretty much resigned to the fact he's going to overtake me here. I've got a terrible angle of exit.
Car right.
So I want this to be
Still
kind
there.
of as painless as possible.
Hold your line.
And actually, he's not overtaking me too
Still
much,
there.
is he?
He's still there. Still there. Still there. Clear right. You're halfway home. Your fuel is fine. That last lap was a 123.7. Car right. Hold your line. Still there. Hold your line. Right side's clear. Right side. Clear right.
Oh my god.
Roberto, you just turned in a little bit too early there, mate. I was on your insides, so sorry about that, mate. I've now got wing damage.
Not a funny day.
Ah. Now I've got wing damage, and we've got half the race left to go. All because he decided to turn in a little bit too early. Jesus, man.
Still there. Right side's clear. 7th position. That was a 125.0. Shite. Stay close. You might get him back. Looks like P4 has binned it in the loop. Yellow flag. Car right. Right side's clear.
Jesus, talk about a rejoin.
On your right. Clear right.
The thing is that I kind of want the guy in front to just keep going. I don't want to fight. I can't fight him. I kind of just want to stand his draft as best I can because I've got that front wing damage. There's no point fighting him trying to get in front.
P5. Keep doing what you're doing. This is spot on. That was a 124.8.
Just got to hope for the best here, really. And hope that the guys behind me have all got damage, which I think, funnily enough, they have.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about
Yeah, his
0.9.
draft now. P5 though, with 6 laps left to go. 7. That's a long way to go. A very long way. Just got to hope for some freebies to get any further up the grid. Just hope the guys behind, as I said, have got damage, and I think they do. They're dropping back slightly. It's been a feisty one, isn't it?
Whiskey time.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 2.2. That was at 124.2.
Oh!
Incident in the loop.
Cold tyres, out of the pits. Lots of understeer, man.
The gap behind is now 2.8 seconds.
Alright. 5 laps left to go. 2.6 seconds behind. I think we've got this covered. I think. We'll see. And across the line. Managed to hold Hugo off behind. It was a feisty race, a very feisty race. A few incidences to go and have a look back at. And yeah, see exactly what happened there. P5 after starting P6, I think it was. So I will take that nice little bit of iRating gained. We're that much bit closer to 3K. So I think I'm now at my highest iRating I've ever been. So Phillip Island's been good to me this week. But yeah, let's go and have a look at a few of those incidents. Right guys, let's have a look at those talking points really, a couple of incidents. We'll start with myself. So here we are with Carlos in front. Obviously was right on his behind. And then oof. I mean, overall, a mistake from myself because of obviously missing my braking marker. We had such a we had a draft on him, and because of kind of the late moves. But we'll have a look at the movement again. Now, of course, Carlos wasn't happy with my movement. But I was moving around too much. And here at the time, obviously he's holding the middle of the track. I don't know whether to go left or right. I thought I'd go right. He's blocking me off a little bit. I felt like he was trying to block me off here, but there's enough. He just about leaves me enough room at the end. Points his car over to the left-hand side, and I was too concerned with that rather than the braking marker, which come up on me very quickly. The movement is a little bit more evident to see in the cockpit view. Yeah, it would have been a good overtake if I'd made it, but unfortunately I didn't. Yeah, a bit of an unfortunate one. At this moment in time here, I'm thinking, well, where do I go? Do I go right? Do I go left? His car's right in the middle of the track, and I'm very close to him. And I decided, obviously, on going right, and I really didn't think he was going to leave a gap here. I was ready to put the brakes on, and then he just slightly moved over, and I just reacted a little bit too late. Look, the brakes are starting to come on now, and it's just too late by then. Too much of an acute angle as well. I was very lucky not to hit Roberto. But yeah, that was our first one. Let's go and have a look at obviously the second one, where we ultimately got the damage with Roberto. So here we are. We're going to play it in cockpit view first. And we've got Roberto on our right-hand side. On the inside, he's got a better drive off the corner here. And yeah, at the time, obviously, thought we turned in a little bit too early. From the cockpit view, it definitely looks like that. While I thought, while I'm not alongside him, I'm keeping it tight to this apex to at least him be aware. I mean, he must have been aware that I was on his inside, because we was for half the lap we were side by side, and I thought, oh, he's going to leave a little bit of room, and he just turned in to take the race in line while I hugged the apex. It's a little bit more evident to see, obviously, in far chase. So we'll play it in full speed. Bit of snap oversteer from myself. And from that angle, obviously, it definitely looks like that I ran into him. I think it's a bit like the Hamilton Verstappen incident, except I'm probably not as far up alongside him as Lewis was at the time. But yeah, it's just one of those ones where I thought, do you know what? I feel like I'm close enough to the apex here, and I thought he'd be aware of me on his inside. He'd just leave a little bit of extra room, and then I may be able to get a better drive off the corner than him. I mean, it's finest of margins, and I think he's just turned in. You can see the angle of his car. He's turning in to take that racing line. To take the racing line kind of up here and cut back in a little bit too much. Whereas I don't feel like I understeered into him. You can kind of see that he's got his car pointing, obviously quite acutely, to the corner here. It was just a little bit of coming together. I feel like if that was myself, I mean, he must be able to kind of see me in his mirrors there, or at least if his spotter maybe is. I don't think his spotter would say. Maybe it would say clear at that point. And then, yeah, it was unfortunate, because then obviously as we come through, we clipped him. Roberto was racing very, very aggressively and very feistily after his incident, which we'll have a look at now, because I think it's worth having a look at, and rightly so, he should be aggrieved. So here we are following Roberto, fighting for P1, and He's placed. He's done very well there. He's slightly, bit of contact. Something very feisty. He's left a lot of room here. He's got the better drive, and I mean, I'm really surprised he had a working car because he was still able to set decent lap times after that incident. But you can see here that this car, just while he gets the exit here, he was getting a little bit of understeer. He knows he's on his outside, and then here he's clearly kept his foot down and just typical Max Verstappen move, expecting people to move out of your way when you've got the inside line. And I think rightly so, he got more damage than Roberto from that and suffered from it. See that all too often in iRacing, not giving enough room. When there's enough room here, there's enough respect here. Hard but fair racing. At this point, Roberto's got the much better drive. And the other guy's just kept his foot down and driven straight into him. So yeah, I get why Roberto was quite aggrieved, but no reason to drive as feistily as he did a little bit later on in the race. But it was good fighting that I had with him, and I put our kind of incident down just as a bit of a racing incident, just one of those things that happens in F3. But yeah, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed that race. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think about those incidents in the comments below, whether or not if you think it was totally my fault or someone else's. Of course, I could have done better, a lot better in both of those situations, especially the one where I just zoomed past. Maybe in hindsight, could have lifted off, broken a little bit earlier, who knows. And likewise, maybe I could have lifted off earlier with the incident with Roberto and just caught him a little bit further down the line. When you're in the moment and you got the draft and you're racing hard like that, split decisions, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Remember to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you for the next one.